going, everyone? Hope you're all well. So welcome to another video. So on this one, I'm just behind you here, I'm doing a Meriva. It's a Meriva Active 1.4 I think it is. It's not a car I sort of bought in to do, but I didn't really get a choice because previously I bought a 2014 BMW X1 2-litre turbo diesel, and we went to pick it up. Long story short, jumped on the train, done loads and loads of hours getting up there, expecting to drive it back. Got there, picked the car up, clutch was completely knackered, the whole engine was shaking everywhere, flywheel was basically fell apart, and you could just about get the gears and just about drive it. So that car stayed up there, had that sorted, had an MOT sorted. We went and bought this car, and that's where I am at the moment. I haven't done a walk around or nothing of it, sort of, picking up or anything like that, but I had a few dents down the sides, bumpers and stuff, so got scuffs and stuff like that. But I decided to put a little body kit on it and some wheels, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I thought I'd just bring you in and let you have a little look and show you what I'm up to. So welcome in, I'm Carl. Let's carry on. So as you can see, it's the facelift bumper, but still a Meriva A. Nice little car, quite tidy. Well, not bad, for what it is. It's got tinted windows, etc. And as you can see at the end here, I'm now fitting the body kit. Almost got this back splitter all on. Now this didn't look like this when I first got it. All this back bumper was all pushed in here, all split, all out of shape. I will insert a couple of photos because I did take a couple of photos. This was all in here. All up here was all cracked and split. All along the top here was all cracked. Paint, etc. Just looked a bit of a mess. Pull the boot down, I'll show you why it's like that. As you can see, it's that little rear ender. Like I say, we didn't plan on buying this car, so we just bought a little cheapie to go home in because we had to leave the BMW up there. So I've already got a boot sitting down here for it. I'm having fun getting the glass out of that one at the moment because that was already smashed when we got it. I'm just trying to get all the nasty sharp glass from around the edges, cutting all the rubber. I'm having to hoover it every 10 seconds of cutting it because it just puts glass everywhere, but it's all part of the fun, and that's what we're up to at the moment. Yeah, obviously this boot is no good, we'll be putting that one on and using that glass. That's the plan. At the moment that's just got standard wheels on, as you can see, but really nice new tyres all round, and that's nice. And the rest of the car, to be fair, is not in bad nick. I've been through it with the hoover and stuff, and she's not too bad at the moment. Obviously I'll show you that better when it's finished. I think you get the idea. Miles are 86,000. It's a nice model. It's got aircon and stuff like that. 5-speed, rear shelf, stereo, electric windows, electric mirrors, all that sort of stuff. It's an active, as I said. And it's got the facelift front. That basically means a different shaped bumper, like so. Got like the spotlight hole holders there, but they're just breathers on this one. I have done a bit of work on this already. I've already painted this front wing. And you're getting the shadows from the back of the building here. It's making it a lot of different colour, but it's not. Once it's outside, it's lovely. I painted the top of this door. And around this side, I've had to do this top rear quarter. I'm just sanding a few bits out on this arch because I've got a little run there, so I'm just sanding that back and buffing that in. This rear door had to be re-lacquered, and this one's about to get re-lacquered when I do the back bumper. But I thought I might as well get the kit and that on now, get the silver on the kit, then when I lacquer everything, I'll lacquer up. Roof's not bad on this one, just needs a buff. No lacquer peel, nothing like that. Same on the bonnet, which makes a change, that's nice. Most of the Vauxhalls now are starting to peel up, especially the old courses. That gives you an idea of what I'm up to. I'm also in between doing that. I'm prepping this one over here. This is the front of the body kit, and obviously it's got all scuffs in that where people hit the curbs and stuff like that. I didn't get this body kit with the car. I bought this all separate, and I'm just repairing all these bits now. As you can see, it's pretty scuffed up, but nothing I can't do. A couple of hours work and that will look like a new splitter again. I've then got these here. Now these are going to be the side skirts. So obviously what they do, what they say, they're going to go on the side of the car. Basically like so, they'll sit there like that, and that gives the car a much more aggressive look and a lower look, which means I really need to get the trims off and put a nicer set of alloys on. So we'll probably be doing that as well. So I just thought you might want to see that one. So I brought you in sort of halfway through a car, really. I weren't going to show this one because I haven't got that many lights up and stuff like that in here at the moment. I'm still putting them up, they're all sitting down there. I've got to put them all up, all the way along that wall, all the way along the top of here. I've got lights to put up all up the top of there. You can see where all the wiring's all in, ready to go. You can see all the hooks and stuff. I just got to hire one of them jobbies so I can get up there and do a bit more. But at the moment I'm just trying to concentrate on getting this body kit fitted. I'm getting it in primer as I do it. I've just finished this bit up in the top of here. Got that all nice and smooth now, so I'm about to prime out, but I've got to take the number plate lights out first, so I don't get any of that sort of hassle. And then same up here, I'm going to prime the top of this. Prime any bits on this body kit I need to do. I've got to go along the top of this line, just by hand, with the old Scotch brake pads, and get that sorted out, and then we're sort of near enough prepped all out, which is not bad really compared to how it started. So just grabbing a bit of degreaser, going to wipe the old bumper down and I can prime the bits that are still in bare filler. It's not much now though, bumper's getting there quite nicely. Still was some bits to flatten off, but not where I'm priming. So we're looking good. All this bit here's got to be flattened off. I'm just worrying about these bits that are in bare filler at the moment. I've got a tiny repair to do on the splitter here as well. It's a bit of a pain, but it's got to be done. If that was a high mileage one, then I wouldn't worry so much, but because that's got really no, sort of decent miles. 80,000 is not bad for a 09 plate. Just going to flick them bits in, and then I'll scuff all this up. We'll be getting there nicely. Just flicking these in with a tin at the moment until I do the actual whole paint. Then I'll get the old guns out, prime the whole lot, silver the whole lot, and lacquer the whole lot. What I'll do is I'll shut the boot because it don't matter if I get any paint on that. It does matter if I get it inside on the carpet. Pretty good. Just looking around there, make sure there's no little bits sort of sanded through like that. Need to get them as well. And that will do that for now. Like I say, I've got to just scuff the rest of it, which I'll do in a little while once that primer's gone off. Then I'll bring in, let you have a look. I'm going to go over and skim some more filler on the old front splitter for now. So just mixed up a little bit of filler for the edge of this. I'm trying to do is get this one in paint really before I put on the bumper, because there's nothing wrong with the front bumper. So it'd be better if I actually had this in paint instead of trying to paint it on the bumper, you know, with a really nice bumper. It'd be better to try and stick it on afterwards, but we'll see. We might better mask it off and then do a nice line of sealer sort of thing. Just trying to fill up all these nasty scuffs where people who hit the curbs and stuff going to shops, you know, and parking in car parks, stuff like that. I don't know if you can see what I'm up to there. It looked nasty when I first got it, as you saw, but I knew it would repair up and look really good, so I paid the money and went and got it. It's actually quite a long way away. I actually had to go like 160 miles to go and get this, but it was for the whole kit, and fairly hard to get hold of now, so I had to do a bit of travelling. Which, you know me, I don't mind doing that. Trying to work out which ones are going to sand out and which ones need filling. A lot of the top ones are just very light scuffs, but I have gone over with the sander and got what I can out, sort of thing, without going too deep in the grades. So I don't really want to scratch it all up any worse than what it is. That just gives me more work. It's starting to go off. I think you get the idea. There's going to be a couple of other bits that I need to skim, but I'll do them off camera. Just realised that I hadn't shown you under the bonnet, so I'll show you under there. Nice new battery. Good top of the range one as well. Obviously the engine weren't in this condition when I picked it up. I have actually given us a good old steam clean and got it all nice and clean before we come in, because obviously I don't want that grease or nothing anywhere near any paintwork I'm going to do, but here's what it's like under there. Quite nice, looking pretty good. Greased up all the catches and stuff, looking nice. Once it's got all the shiny stuff on it, when we've done all the paint, that will look pretty good. I've also, as you can probably tell, give the old lights a really good sand back and a good buff for all the grades. And they're looking 10 times better than they were, because when they came in they were bright yellow and horrible. Okay, so I've been doing this front splitter, so I'll give you a close up. I didn't bring you in to show you all the sanding, because obviously you get bored with me just doing sanding for half an hour. But as you can see, it's all fully prepped. Looking quite nice. These bits here where you can see like scratches and stuff, they're all full. They look like they're still there, but you can't feel nothing. They're lovely, they're nice and smooth. So the next step is me to give it a coat of primer. So I'll wipe it all down, give it a coat of primer, and we'll see where we are, see if we've got any more marks. That should be that. I'll put 2 or 3 coats of primer on the back bumper now. So it's starting to look pretty good. So I've just used the old hot staple gun. I've basically stapled back together where it's split from underneath here up to the top of here. And what you do is just grind all these off, put a grind mark down the middle of it, bit of fiberglass, bit of filler, and that'll sort that out. That'll be stronger than the rest of the spoiler probably. Just thought I'd show you that. Whew, so I've been really busy, so I better spin you around and show you what I've been doing, better I? Got one of the side skirts actually fixed to the car, all sealed up along the back. You have to clean all the dirt and all the muck and everything out and just pull all the old sealer off, get in there, clean it all up with all sorts of stuff, and then obviously wipe it down with panel wipe and stuff like that, and then whack some sealer on, that's what I'm using today. But Tiger Steel, Sikaflex, all that sort of stuff is all pretty good stuff for doing that. And then obviously bolt it in from the sides and underneath, and away you go. So I'll spin you around and show you what we've been up to. I've also been working on the back bumper at the same time, and the splitters. This splitter is all in primer now, but as you can see I've had another sand because I had to fill some little bits that weren't quite nice. So I've had to give it a re-skim in certain places, and then I've had to sand it back after it dried off, so I'm going to have to re-prime that. Over here where I was showing you where I've done the staple work, this is all properly in shape now, looking really nice, all blended in. That's ready for its first coat of primer, and that's what the old skirt looks like. Looking pretty good. It's obviously got tape on at the top at the moment, so you obviously can't really get the feel of what it's going to be like, but I'll show you what I've had to do. This is the other skirt for the other side, which I'm going to try and do as well, because once you open that tube of stuff, that basically starts to go off, which is a pain. What you have to do is you have to get these, don't know how well you better see that, but see that big long line of sealer. You have to get the whole lot off and then scuff it all up with like 80 and give it a reseal. It's quite a big job. Take a little while, but going to be worthwhile. What I'm going to do, now you're on here, I'm going to pull the tape off, because it should hold itself now because I've actually got it bolted down, as well as the sealer. Got a few bits of sealer just come through the top there, but I'm going to be putting a bead of that all the way along the top and then just run the line anyway. So yeah, looking pretty cool. Gonna be alright, I think. So I'll carry on. And it'd be nice if I can get the other side and stuff on as well, but getting a bit knackered, nothing to eat or nothing yet. But we'll keep going. It's not dark outside yet. Can still see through the roof. So let's see how much further we can get. Morning everyone. So it's the next day. Been in a couple of hours, something like that. Not very warm today, so I've had to whack the old heater on for sort of half an hour, warm the old place up a bit. And I've been busy, so I'll spin you around and show you what we're up to. And we're starting to get along quite nicely with this one now. So first of all, I unmasked all the side skirts and stuff, and they're all stuck in lovely. Obviously they're bolted down as well, but did have a scratch and stuff alongside of here, so I've been sanding that out and filling that up. Also along the bottom here as well. And there is a tiny one down this end, but I'm just going to touch that in, I think. We'll blow that end in, get that all nice and tidy. Try and keep it all below the line, and that should be nice. Flatten down the primer and stuff on this end. Everywhere is all flattened on the bumper. I'm doing a final skim on this one here because I knocked it with the jack handle and scratched it, basically. And on 2 more coats of primer on the front splitter, so that's pretty much there now. Might just give it, you can sort of see through some of these bits because I've literally just put it on, that's wet at the moment, it's got to dry. But I might just go 1 more coat heavy and just cover them up, and then I'll flatten that back. And then we'll be ready for the silver coats on that, which will be nice. Because obviously at the moment we still haven't got anything on the front. Still just the original facelift bumper. as you can see, with the big skirts on the sides, we need that to come down. We also need that bottom lip splitter on there, which is original. You need to come off, I think. Not sure, we'll work it out as we put it on, and we'll see what we can do. Looks like we need a front number plate because that one's smashed. And saying that, the other one's over here. Excuse the tools and everything else I'm using at the moment. The back one's all smashed as well, so not so good. So we need a pair of number plates. Skirts all on this side, looking good. There's actually no damage, no marks or anything on this side really. Everything I can see on it is basically going to buff out when I buff the vehicle. So that's nice. That's what we want to see. And pain when you have to do every single panel. Yeah, we're starting to get there. I think the kits look good. Definitely makes a difference to the car. Gives it a much better appearance. I've got me boy doing the trip right now with my partner Joe, and they're picking me up some wheels, so we should have a set of wheels for this one by the end of the day as well, so coming on nicely. Wow, definitely been busy. Turn around and see what I've been up to. But yeah, it's late in the afternoon now. Whew. Can hardly breathe. Been rushing around, sanding, I've been underneath, bolting things up, been priming, been filling, yeah, bit of everything. So let's have a look, shall we? So first of all, I sorted out that repair on the back here. It's now completely gone, no split whatsoever. I've been underneath and bolted up all the skirt. Same again on this side, all bolted up, so they're basically solid as rock now. You could hang off them and that wouldn't do anything. I've been on the front splitter, and as you can see, it's got one coat of silver on. It's had a couple of coats of primer, and I've sanded that all back. And now we're basically starting to put the silver coats on. It's looking quite nice. Not bad at all. It's obviously took me a bit of a while, but don't see much when you say it, but definitely hard work when you're trying to get it done. Might just sit down on the old comfy settee. We've got ourselves a nice soft leather settee for this one. That's nice and comfy, nice place to sit for hot chocolate, etc. So I might just do that now and have a little break. Okay, so had a little drink. Now it's a case of getting rid of this dust and dirt that's down here. We need to pull a cover over the car, don't we? So I think you get the idea of that. Do the rest of that off camera, you don't need to see me doing that. Okay, let's get one sheeted up. It's actually the first time I've actually done one here. I'm sure it's the right way up. Which is that way. Don't know what this is. This is what you cover the car with so you don't get overspray everywhere. Because I've obviously got to spray that back bumper. What these do is they pull over and then they open up inside themselves. Double the width, if that makes sense, so you get to go right down the sides of the vehicle. Now a clever idea. You save you putting overspray all over your other bodywork and your windows and all that lot. We'll climb up there in a minute and get that aerial off. Or will I? I might actually leave it there. Because I need to pull this down the sides. But I also want the back bumper all uncovered. That's the bit I'm spraying. So you get the idea. So what I'll do is I'll bring you back in a minute when I've all taped up everything, how I'm going to do it. Give you a little show before we turn it silver. And there you go. You just pull it over and cover everything up. Like so. I'll cut it down the front there and tuck it under. Tuck it under the skirts and under all the wheels, etc. And then say, like, if you wanted to do this door handle or something like that, all you do is cut it out, mask up around the edge, peel that bit off, and away you go. You can do that bit as you go around. As you can see, got all the bumper. It's a tiny bit of sanded through there, so I need a bit of primer on that. All my bumper's sitting there prepped, basically. And then the rest of the car is all sealed off. And then when I've done that, when I get to the lacquer stage, I'll be cutting out this door because I've got to re-lacquer this door. So I'll be able to hit 2 birds in 1 stone there, hopefully. Got another coat of silver on the front spoiler. Going to get 2 more coats so we get a nice colour match. It should be looking good. Obviously at some point we've got to get rid of that boot because they look a pig. And we got that one there, haven't we? But we're getting there, starting to look a different car now with all the body kit and that. Not a bad process really. Obviously you need to know what you're doing a little bit, but getting there and that's coming out alright. Be interesting to see it with a new set of wheels on it and sitting on the ground, which I'm sure we will do at some point.